What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys today. There's so much going on in the world. You know what I mean? There's so much chaos and trauma and drama taking place. So much sadness and just despair. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. And I get that. I truly get it. You know what I mean? And if you're not careful, it can be very overwhelming. Extremely overwhelming. And I hear so many people, man, Elijah, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm working on this, I'm putting in this, I'm da-da-da, you know what I mean? And they're running down the list of all the stuff that they're trying to do, all the stuff that, they're trying to get their mind right, they're trying to get their emotions right, and it's like, man, it's like nothing I seem to work. It's just, life is so freaking chaotic. And it's like, man, I can't stop the noise, I can't stop the noise. And how do you calm the noise? How do you silence this madness? And I get that, I truly do, and all I could think about, is Noah. You know what I mean? Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Here it is, this guy. God told this man in the Bible to go build the ship. And told him how big to make it, what type of wood to use, and to gather all the animals, two of every kind, and all this other stuff, right? And so here's Noah. And understand, back then people lived hundreds of years. People didn't live like they live today. Die 50, 60, 70 years of age and they're gone. You know what I mean? Back then people lived well into 500, 600, 700 years. And many lived longer than that. And so here this guy's talking to this guy, Noah. And because they lived so long, man, their families were huge. Many of us, we have two brothers or two sisters, or it's four of us. Sometimes it's five of us or seven of us, and that's it. You know what I mean? But back then, man, they had huge families. Huge families. Stay with me. And so God tells Noah, man, build this ark. It's going to flood. And you have to understand, a lot of times we do stuff and we don't really understand why we're doing it. You know what I mean? God is telling us to do this, man. Just keep working on this. You know what I mean? You get these life coaches and mentors and they're telling you, man, just keep plugging away. Keep putting in the work. I know you don't really get it now. I know you really don't understand it now, but keep plugging away. Keep doing the work. And that's hard when you really don't understand it. That's hard when you can't really see the end result. That's hard and it's frustrating. It's like, why am I here? Why am I doing this crap? Why am I going through this hell? And I don't see no way out of this. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's frustrating and it's overwhelming. I get it. And so I'm going back to Noah. Look at Noah. God told Noah, man, it's going to rain. And understand, it had never rained before. Nobody knew what rain was. Nobody had ever experienced rain. And so Noah's telling all these people, Noah's telling his family members, man, it's going to rain. He got his kids and his wife, and they're helping him build the ark. But all his siblings, all his cousins and his aunties and uncles, man, they're laughing at him. Everybody think Noah done lost his rabbit-ass mind. Everybody think Noah's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's gone. This motherfucker done got so religious, he's gone. He done got so tapped into God. This motherfucker hearing from God. God told him it's gonna rain. What the fuck is rain? Ain't nobody know what rain is. Ain't nobody experienced rain. And you saying it's gonna flood? We all gonna drown? We all gonna die? What the fuck is that? Nobody know what drowning is because there was no floods. There was no rain like that. And so you told us it's going to rain. Why did God tell you that? Out of all the people, he picked your corny ass. Out of all the people to tell that to, he picked your lame square ass to tell this to. How come he didn't come tell me it was going to rain? How come he didn't drop a dime to me? How come he didn't warn me? How come he ain't got me fixing the thing? How come he ain't come tell me in a dream? And that's how so many of us get. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so here it is, Noah trying to warn the people. Noah's trying to do what God told him to do. And I have to remember the story myself sometimes. I have to fall back on this myself sometimes. I have to pick this up and encourage myself sometimes with it. Because it gets hard, it gets challenging, and it's like, man, I've been working on this and I don't see no results. And then I have to remember Noah. And Noah was working on his ark and preaching and talking to these people for 120 years. I'm saying it again, because I don't think y'all caught that. Noah was saying the same thing for 120 years. And nobody saw no results. They saw the boat getting bigger, but nobody saw the rain coming. Nobody saw the flood coming. And so they laughed at him and dogged him the fuck out. You twisted motherfucker, you psychotic motherfucker, you gone, da 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 da. You can hear it. But he's doing what he know to do. He's doing what God told him to do. And nobody else had that word from God. Nobody else heard God say shit. That's a message right there. When you're the only one to hear God say some shit and everybody else is laughing at you, everybody else is mocking you, everybody else is ridiculing you, everybody else is going in on your helmet because you heard God say some shit and they ain't hear God say shit. Now you questioning, man, did I really hear God? Dang, did I really hear God tell me to do? Did I really miss that? Dang, and we start questioning ourselves. We start questioning our emotional state. Man, am I really fucked up? Everybody else is doing what they want to do. And my corny lame ass is over here building a fucking ark, trying to gather some fucking animals. Talking about it's gonna flood, it's gonna rain. Nobody's heard of that shit before. I sound real crazy right now. I sound real demented right about now. God's fucking with me. God got me on this fucking trip. You know what I mean? God playing games with me. He got me looking real foolish right now. He got me looking really silly right now. Putting in all this fucking work, and these motherfuckers partying it up. These motherfuckers getting drunk, getting lit, turning up, and my ass is over here clank, 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 building some shit ain't nobody saw before. Everybody fucking and sucking and chasing ass and doing all this other shit, and my ass is faithful, just getting wood, building this ark like God told me to. I'm missing all the parties. I'm missing all the birthdays. For 120 years. God has told you to do some stuff. He didn't tell nobody else to do it. He told you to do it. And you're questioning it because, man, it doesn't make sense. You're questioning it because nobody else has heard of this before. Nobody else has seen this before. God got you looking real funny right now. And you're suspect. You're suspect. I done made some mistakes before. I done thought I heard God before. How do I know I'm hearing him now? How do I not know it's not my own ego? How do I not know it's the devil? How do I not know it's just me trying to hype myself up? And so for 120 years, this guy warned the people. This guy tried to prepare the people, and they didn't want to listen. All the doctors, all the reverends, all the teachers, all the elders, all the intelligent motherfuckers, all the woke motherfuckers, nobody wanted to listen because they didn't get the message directly from God themselves. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care where God has you at. You better stay faithful. You better do what you're supposed to do. I don't care how long it takes for it to be revealed. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to what God has you to do. You better stay connected to God. You better stay tapped into God. I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating. I know it's challenging, but you better stay true to you. You better stay true to God. And in the end, when everybody's laughing and partying and turning up and woo-doo-doo, all the sacrifices you've made, all the things that you've gone without, you'll be rewarded for your work. You'll be rewarded for your faithfulness. You'll be rewarded for being diligent and for being obedient. You'll be rewarded for all of your hard, grimy work. You'll be rewarded for your loneliness. You'll be rewarded for having to deal with all of the ridicule and slander. You'll be rewarded. That I promise you. But you have to stay true. You have to stay true. Man. Hope and pray that I said something that's helped you. Everybody didn't come here to do what you came here to do. Let me say it again. There are 8 billion people on this planet, and we all have our own unique fingerprint because we're all supposed to leave our own mark. Stop trying to leave a mark like everybody else. Stop trying to leave a mark like other people. And do what you came here to do. I love you. Happy healing. Peace.